students. Today we are going to learn that how to create tables in HTML. So let's start with it. Okay, let us first understand the meaning of a table. What is a table? And what is the importance of using a table? Like, why do I need to create a table in HTML? Or why do I create a table in MS Word or anywhere else? So the answer is that we have multiple types of data to be entered, right? So if I talk about a simple document, like which is containing text and text only, like if I take an example of this particular slide, this slide is containing only and only a text format. So for this type of data, I don't prefer a tabular format, but if I need to enter this type of data, like where I want a particular column for roll number, I need a particular column for name, I need to enter the marks separately. So I need a tabular format. But instead of entering this data into a tabular format, if I enter this data into a simple Word document without inserting a table, then it will not look like this. A tabular format is more sorted way to represent any data. So that's why we use a tabular format. So what is a table basically? As you can see over here, this is a table which is formed. It has multiple values. If I talk about 1, 4, 7, 10, 2, 5, 8, 11 and 3, 6, 9, 12. This is my data. And it is entered into a small box. And these boxes together are forming a table. Now I'm using a term box. Basically in technical term, in a table term, or I can say, this small box is known as a cell. So if I say that the collection of cells is a table, then it will be correct. So let us understand more about table in MS Excel. This is my MS Excel sheet. I have created one table over here by entering this data. Similarly, that data which I have represented over here on the slide. So once I start entering this data like 1, 2, 3, I can enter my data in a vertical format like 4, 5, 6. Now let's talk about 7, 8, 9 and so on. But this type of entering data cannot take place in HTML. How do I enter the data in HTML? Let's see. 1, 4, 7, 10. Then second row, 2, 5, 8, 11. Next row, 3, 6, 9, 12. So where is the difference? MS Excel is providing you both the ways that either you can enter your data vertically or horizontally. But HTML is only providing you a way to enter the data horizontally. We cannot enter the data vertically in HTML. So this you need to keep in mind. If you are going to form a table, then have a concept in mind that you are going to enter your data horizontally. Like you are going to form one row. After that, in a row, you are going to enter 4 values. Then you are coming on to the next row. Again, you are entering 4 values. Then you are coming on to the last row and you are entering 4 values. This is the way of creating a table in HTML. So let's start with it. As we can see over here, a table is a collection of multiple cells we have talked about. A cell is an intersection of row and column. Now again, move back. It is written, a cell is an intersection of a row and column. So what is this? If I talk about this one value, once I selected this cell, a boundary has been formed. And as you can see, this B column and 4th row, has got activated, right? So if I select this B column and I select this 4, so at the intersection of this B column and 4th row, this one cell is formed. And this box is known as a cell. Similarly, all the cells in this table are formed with the intersection of rows and columns. That's why we say that a table is a collection of multiple cells, because each and every row and column are intersecting and forming a cell. Okay. Now next is, a row is a collection of fields and columns. How can we say that? That a row is a collection of fields or columns. A row is a separate thing, a column is a separate thing. Once both are intersecting, they are forming a cell. But why are we saying that a row is a collection of fields or columns? Now again, let's understand. If I select this data horizontally, so what is this? Please focus upon here. This is my one row in a table. Rows are always represented horizontally. So 1, 4, 7, 10. These 4 values are a part of one row. But we cannot say that these 4 values are a part of a single column. Because if I talk about value 1, this is my first row, but this is my B column. Or I can say, according to my MS Excel, this is my 4th row and B column. If I talk about value 4, the row is same, which is 4th, but the column is C. Similarly, for value 7, my row is same, which is 4th, but my column is D. Then if we talk about 10, my column is E, but my row is same. So if I say that 4th row is containing 4 values, which is a collection of B, C, D and E columns, then it will be completely correct. That's why we are saying that a complete record, a complete row is a collection of different columns. So if I talk about this particular table, which is represented over here, having 12 values. So how many number of rows and columns are there? Horizontally, if I count, this is my row 1, this is my row 2, and this is my row 3. That's why I have written over here, rows are 3. How many columns are there? Let's count vertically. First column, second column, third column, and fourth column. So how many columns are there? 4. And if I say, how many cells are there? Then how will I calculate it? 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 12. And this is very true. How many cells are there? 12. Because all the cells are formed with the intersection of rows and columns. So 3 into 4 is equal to 12. My table is containing 12 cells, but 3 rows and 4 columns. Let's move upon. Yes. Now let's start with the coding part. In coding also we need to understand some of the theoretical concepts, like as we have talked about earlier also, that for working with HTML we need to work upon tags and attributes. Nothing can be written, nothing can be displayed onto the web page without the use of tags. Similarly, for creating tables also, we need to use set of tags. So the very first tag which needs to be used, and the basic tag is a table tag. Please focus here. This is my table tag, T-A-B-L E and which is enclosed within my angular bracket. This is the main tag for creating tables in HTML. We start our table coding with the table tag and we end up with closing tag of table tag. Second tag is caption. Like when we create any web page, we sometimes give the title to our web page. So the name which appears on the heading on the title bar of my web page becomes the title of the web page. Similarly, if I want to give a title to my table or a name to my table, I can use caption tag. But my caption tag must be enclosed within my table tag. It cannot be used before my table tag. Now, the third tag is TR. As we have discussed about my table, that table is a collection of rows and columns. So rows and columns are playing very important role in forming a table. And as I have told you earlier also that in HTML, we used to enter the data horizontally. And horizontal way of entering the data is known as a row. So first we need to create a row. So TR is a tag for that. TR stands for table row. This is a table row, which is used to create a single row in a table. That means if I'm using TR tag one time, so my one row will be created. If I'm using TR tag 2 times, then my 2 rows will be formed. If I'm using TR tag 5 times, then 5 rows will be formed in my table. Next, move upon onto TD tag. TD tag is basically used to form the cells in a row. There is no column tag. Try to understand this. There is no column tag in my table, but we have a TD tag. TD stands for table data. I have created my row with the TR tag. Now, once I start entering the data into my row, then one by one the cells will be formed with the help of TD tag and the data will be entered. So for creating the cells, we have TD tag. So under TR tag, if I'm using one TD tag, that means I have only one cell in a row. If I'm using TD tag twicely, that means in a single row, I have 2 cells. If I'm using TD 3 times or 4 times or 5 times, as many as number of times I'm going to use my TD tag, those many cells will be formed in a single row. Next is TH tag. Although my TD and TH both are same, like if I write TD tag, then also one cell will be formed. If I write TH tag, then also one cell will be formed. But where is the difference? Like TH stands for table heading, H for heading. And as we know that heading tag always contain the combination of text and bold effect. So once I'm using my TH tag in place of TD, then my data which I'm going to enter in the cell will appear in a bold format. So this is only the difference. Now let's see over here. As you can see that roll number, name and marks are written with bold effect and rest of the data is entered simply. So rest of the data is entered with the help of TD tag and this roll number, name and marks, these 3 fields are entered with TH tag. I hope you are understanding this concept, the difference between TH and TD. Okay, now let's start with the coding. This is the structure of an HTML. Like I have started with HTML tag. Then I have given the title to my web page, which is structure of table. The second portion I have started with the body tag. Now inside my body, I need to create a table. As I told you, that table tag is necessary for creating a table, right? Now let's take an example of this particular table only, which was given on very first slide. I need to enter 1, 4, 7, 10 in my first row. How will I enter it? Let me shorten this so that I can place it side by side. Yes. So this is my table tag. Now, what do I need? I need to create first row. For creating first row, I have opened my tr tag. I'm closing my tr tag. Now, what do I need to do? I need to create 4 cells in my first row. This is my first row, basically. This is my first row. And I need to create 4 cells in that, because my row is a collection of 4 cells together according to this table. So for creating a cell, I need to open my TD tag 4 times. Right? So these 4 TD tags are forming 4 cells in a row. I'm writing the values over here: 1, 4, 7, and 10. Only one row I have created till now. So let us execute it. That how will it look like? Control S. There. Just wait. It's taking time. Yes. Now see. It is appearing 1, 4, 7, 10 in a single row. But as you can see, there is no border around it. So if the border doesn't appear around any table, it doesn't look like a table. So for that, what can we do? Let me minimize it. Yeah, what can I do over here? Inside my table tag, I can use one attribute by the name border. It's equal to 2. So value I have given as 2, which is pixel, 2 pixels. I want to give a border to my table of 2 pixels. Now control S and refresh it. Now a border has been formed. Right? Similarly, now let's focus upon here again. As you can see in my table, that my second row is again containing 4 cells. So what can I do? I can copy the structure, control C, and I can paste it. Because according to my previous row and according to my next row, 4 cells are there. So in my second row, I'm changing the value to next cell is 5, next cell is containing 8, and next cell is containing 11. So I have changed my data over here. Now control S and let's see the execution. See, my second row has been formed. Right? Now let's move upon. Third row. Third and last row of the table is again containing 4 values. So what can I do? I can again paste the values over there and I can change the data. This is 3, this is 6, this is 9, and this is 12. Right. Control S, F5, and my table is completed. It is created. Similarly, as it is created on my slide over here. If I show you this is exactly my table. It is also containing 12 number of cells. This table is also containing 12 number of cells. Whatever the data is written in my column is there in my column. Whatever the data is written in my row is there in my row. So this is the way of creating a table in HTML. Let us revise again. What have we done over here? For creating my first row, I'm writing one comment over here. This is my table row number 1. Now you will be surprised that what is this? This is a comment. Comment is an extra information to be included into a web page. This is just for the information, nothing else. Now, Control C, where my second row is started over here. This is my second row. Where is my third row? Here is my third row. Okay? And my first row is containing how many cells? 4 cells. How many cells are contained in second row? 4 cells. How many cells are contained in my third row? 4 again. So 3 into 4 is equal to 12 cells. As you can see, we have entered the data horizontally. I cannot enter the data as 1, 2, 3 vertical. Please keep in mind, vertical data is not at all possible in case of HTML. We can only enter the data horizontally. That's why first we create a row so that I can divide it into as many as number of parts as I want. And after doing it, I am supposed to close my TR tag. That means my one row has been finished. It is over. It is completed. I am supposed to close it. Table, TR and TD, all three tags are container tags. But as I told you in case of li tag also earlier, that li is also a container tag which is not necessary to be closed. Similarly, TD is not necessary to be closed. But if you are closing it, then also it will work perfectly because this is your container tag. So Control S and again focus upon here. This is my table. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let's move on this table. How to create this table? As I told you that we use table, TR and TD. These three basic tags are there. Okay, we have not used TH tag till now. We haven't used caption tag till now. Caption tag we will use in the next table. Now in this table, we are going to use our TH tag. Let's focus here. Let me minimize it. Yeah. So what are we going to do? Let me delete it. Okay. Let me delete this also. Right. So first row I have started. In place of TD, I'm using TH. Now first count. Before forming a table, first count how many columns are there. 3 columns are there. First is roll number, second name, third mark. And my first row is a combination of all 3 columns. So I have created my first row by entering this TR tag. Now I need to divide this row into 3 parts. Right? So first division I have made like this, roll number. Second division will take place in this way, name. Third division will take place in this way, marks. I have done the partition of my row into 3. Then I am going to close my TR tag. My one row is finished, is over. Let's execute it. Control S. Now roll number, name and marks. And you can compare that this time, because I haven't used my TD tag, but I have used my TH tag, so my data has appeared in bold effect. Now let's move ahead. After completing my one row, I need to focus upon my second row. This one, 1XYZ and 35. So what will I do over here? For second row, I am starting my second TR tag. Now again, my second row is divided into 3 parts. Right now, I will not use my TH tag, but I will use my TD tag, because in my second row, I am going to enter the simple data without bold effect. TD 1, second partition TD, it's XYZ. Third partition is TD, which is 35. Now again, my second row is over, is completed. I'm going to start my third row. Again, the partition is there TD, it is 2. Next partition is ABS. Next partition is 54. And I'm going to close my TR tag. So I have completed my 3 rows. Control S. Let's execute it. See. Roll number name marks. This is my first row. 1XYZ 35. This is my second row. 2 ABS 54. This is my third row. Now I need to finish my these 2 rows also. Okay. So what can I do? I can save my time by pasting the data in this way. This is my third, and this is PQR, and this is 65, and the last row is roll number 4, and the name is MNO. Marks are 43. So I have completed it. Control S and execute it. My table is completed. I hope you have understood this. Now, one more variation is there. Although we are going to discuss the formatting features of table into our next video, but still some of the things I want to make it clear here also. Like, once I have created my table over here, my data is center aligned, as you can see, right? But here, if you can see onto the web page, my data is left aligned, which is by default. So if I want to make it center aligned, what can I do? Let's see. I can use one more tag over there, sorry, attribute over there. TR align is equal to center. Because I want to align my data, not the table. So I am supposed to use my align attribute inside my table row tag. Right? So Control S, let's execute it. This change I have done in my first row. Please remember. Let me check it again. It is align. TR align. It is center. Yeah, it is correct. So I can use it over here as well. Sorry. Control C. Control V. Control S. And we can see over here. See, as my data is aligned centrally. So I am supposed to use my TR with align attribute as the value center. Then I'll be able to align the data in the center, right? So if I use my same attribute over here, and similarly I use it over here, Control S, it will be done. So as you can see that I have applied my center value in the align attribute for first 4 rows. So my data of first 4 rows is aligned centrally. And the fourth row, or I can say the fourth record, is left without any formatting. So I can format that also so that the symmetry can be formed. Control S. And now my data is aligned perfectly in the center. So this is all about how to create a table. We have seen the examples without th tag also and with th tag also. There is only one difference, that th is for table heading. If you want to create a table like this, then you can go for th tag. But if you want to create a table like this, there is no use of using th tag. We can go with simple td tag as well for all the rows and columns. So I hope you have understood this, that how to create tables in HTML. You need to keep certain things in your mind. Number one, that how many columns are there in a row, so that you can create partitions with the help of TD or TH tag. Then you have to keep in mind that how many times you need to open your TR tag, how many rows are there in your table. And the most important part you need to keep in mind is that we cannot enter the data vertically in tables in case of HTML. We can only enter the data horizontally over here. So first we need to create TR tag. After that we need to divide it with the help of TD tag. Once my one row is over, then I need to again start with TR tag and I will take it to the end. Then again I'll come back and we'll start with TR tag again. And how many number of rows are there? As many as times I will open my TR and I will close my TR. But table tag will be opened once and will be closed once. One more example is left over here, the use of caption tag. Take an example of this. As I have, this is the same table which we have created, but there is a caption, school result. How will it appear? Now just see, if I use over here caption tag, caption, school, table, and then I'm closing my caption tag, then it will appear like a title or like a name of my table. Control S. Let's move over there onto the web page, refresh it, and it will appear like this. Along with it, I can tell you one more thing over here quickly, that if I want to align my table in the center, I can use over here center value in the align attribute. Control S, F5, my table will be center aligned. So this is enough for the day, I guess. So students, thank you so much for listening to me, and practice for creating table. Draw the table with pen on a paper, draw number of rows and number of columns over there, and start making a table. First you learn how to create a table. In the next video, I will tell you that how to format a table, how to fill the colors in a table, how to make it more beautiful, how to represent it well. So thank you. Thank you so much.